is this why Wil Wheaton's such a whiner? I am Mecca. Did we discover something? Did we have a revelation? I don't know. You tell me.
The following video is brought to you through the generous support of viewers like you. If you like this content, then please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And for those who are in the position to donate, this channel thanks you. And so does this orange cat.
We were talking about aliens, we were talking about the politicky things, we were talking about the ghosts, and we're talking Star Trek and all the things that I like to talk about. And we're probably going to talk about hockey because I've got a table full of pucks here. Because that's the only sport that matters anymore. Or ever did, I think. That and Ninja Warrior. Those are sports we like. Those are the sports we can talk about. I should talk about that too. What's going on in that? Does they still do that? I like the Japanese one. So Wil Wheaton claims his parents stole his childhood earnings. Is this why he's a jerk? Because this might be part of more of the problem of society. You've got your SAG-AFTRA strike going on, where the elite class is trying to starve out the writers. The people who are making like $10,000 a year. Who can live on that in Hollywood or anywhere, really, unless you're in the middle of nowhere. And who wants to be there, right? Nobody wants to be there. Orange cat. We love orange kitties. My mouth's getting dry now because I've been talking about UFOs and stuff for like 45 minutes, which is great. Because did you see what they did? They disclosed, or they want us to believe. Who the crap knows anymore? After the last 3 years, do they expect us to just jump in and like the yay and yay? Because I'm like, I don't know. I want to believe. I would like to believe. I want to. What's the I want to believe? What's that from? That Hero Boy from Freakazoid or something? Oh, that was a good show. Oh, I remember that one. You remember that one? Wil Wheaton, Star Trek extraordinaire actor, the guy, Shut Up Wesley himself. You know him. Why did Star Trek get so bad? Like, even normies are like, oh yeah, you have Star Trek and then you have like New Trek. Yeah, like New Trek is why I watch hockey, right? Because I have a nerd brain and I'm good with stats and remembering names and players and dates and stuff. It's kind of like remembering, doctors from Doctor Who. They stopped caring. So I went to stuff that I actually, have some fun with. And Wil Wheaton, Shut Up Wesley himself, who is whiner extraordinaire on Next Generation. I love Next Generation, don't you?
Yes.
You love Next. Come on, who are you? Why are you here?
Right off camera.
And why do you love Next Generation too?
Because it's good.
Wasn't it? Like, we can sit here and still watch Next Generation and be like, oh yeah, oh, that's a good one. Remember that one with remember the one where Worf delivered the baby. Remember Worf delivered Keiko's baby? Mm-hmm. Hey, remember when what's another good one?
When Barkley was in the holodeck.
Oh, remember, any Barkley moments are great. Remember when Picard called him broccoli? Remember when Picard was like dealing with kids?
Good word was the broccoli.
Broccoli? Oh gosh, I like playing the Star Trek pinball table when I can because it's so much more Star Trek than the crap we're getting. And I play that quite a bit at the pinball place when I can. And if you're one of those cute hockey boys, ask me for a juice box. No. Oh, it's fun. Hi, Rob. Who are you? Why are you here?
Well, right off camera.
Again?
Because I'm battling 2 allergy pills today.
Oh, why did you take that? Now you're going to be crashing.
Yeah, I am, actually. Well, I had to. It's either that or don't breathe.
Yeah, that's true. Sharing Instagram snap from the SAG-AFTRA picket lines alongside Cheryl Gates McFadden, Wil Wheaton wrote a 1960 SAG and WGA struck to force management to adapt the new technology of television, to adapt to it. Without the strike agreement at birth, residual payments would not exist. And that was one of the things that wasn't that one of the things that drove a lot of those actors to, well, very bad places, shall we say. Was not getting residuals, not being allowed to work when they would cut down seasons, having like, oh, you have to be part of this. You have to be, what was that? The story like Superman, right? He had so many contracted appearances and he couldn't go anywhere else and work. And then they cut the episodes in half so he couldn't afford to live anymore.
George Reeves?
Yeah, Superman, the first one. Well, the TV one. And so we've had, and that was part of why they struck too, because they were dealing with that then. My parents stole nearly all of my salary from my entire childhood, he continued. My Star Trek residuals were all I had and kept me afloat for 2 decades while I rebuilt all my life. I have healthcare and a pension because of my union. The AMPT billionaires want to take all of that so they can give CEOs even more grotesque wealth at the expense of the people who make our industry run. Well, you know who you're calling out, though, Will? You're calling out Alex Crapping Kurtzman. You're calling out all those people whose dicks you were trying to suck when, and yeah, I'm calling you out on it, when you were trying to get, your little piece in the industry. So I don't know if you're part of the problem, if this is something that they've been trying to play against us for decades now in the making. Who the crap knows? This is by design? Is this us being a result of us being just horrible people? Maybe, because now we're seeing in the process of everybody just trying to out-virtue everybody, right? It's like, I'm an a-hole, I know that. I've apologized, and I'm like, I'm coming full circle, and I'm just gonna not apologize anymore and just be blunt, right? Because why not? He's got the gay Star Trek pin. Oh, can we talk about the people who are so mad at the rainbows, too? Oh, my God, those people. Can we get over that? Can we get past the culture war stuff and focus on, like the billionaires have been part of the problem, and we've all been to this point where I don't know if we know how to get past the differences to kind of remember, and it's not even all the billionaires out there, gee. And like, I think any of them who try and do anything halfway decent, they probably would get, smear campaigns run against them from the other ones, right? Don't you think? Isn't that how the industry works in general? Can you turn on the air conditioner down? Because it is very warm. Thank you. Maybe. So yeah, Wil Wheaton and his fake TV mom, who okay, so they completely erased him too in the Picard season 3, and they replaced him with some new freaking Jack Crusher. Oh God, what? So we were wondering if they're even going to be able to do their autographs and stuff at the Star Trek convention. I don't think they can. I think they do some of the panels, but they can't have the Strange New Worlds people come out and promote the shows. But Gates McFadden could, because well, she's not even promoting anything. But if it's a thing that they're currently working on as part of their contract, I guess they can do panels, if it's a reunion panel, and they can do photo ops, because a lot of the times this is their only money. That is their job. That's like me working for tips here on the internet in 108 degrees outside here in Vegas, where the aliens have landed in people's backyards, and that's our story, and we're sticking to it. I don't know. Yeah, Kate Mulgrew pulled out. There's a few people pulled out of the convention, too. Wil Wheaton went on to give some sense of what is at stake. They're actors who star in massively successful, profitable, acclaimed shows. They're on streaming services. You see them all the time. They're famous A-list celebrities. The actors noted that nearly all of those performers don't earn enough to qualify for health insurance. That's true. The girl who played Matilda she'd had never qualified for health insurance in her whole adult acting life. So that's the thing. This is one of the things I really, really hate about modern day internet political culture that I have to call out and get on my soapbox for. Is that you see people who are so, and I gotta go a little feminist on here. I'm sorry. See, we love you men. We need you men. Sometimes we gotta let off steam. Sometimes without steam, and it does not mean we don't want to, groom you out of your hockey pants. Now, and take back everything bad we ever, you thought might have been, because it was not about you. Oh no, it was not. Oh no, it was not. And we're ignorant of everything bad we might have said that might have accidentally. Now, because I don't know anything about anything. You know that. Now, what is this? What am I looking at? They're trying to keep us distracted and divided by this stuff. This is where, when, I see on the internet, they have people floating around these clips of women complaining about not getting men, and they're like, oh, it's all the women's fault. Or they have a model with very wide hips, and all these guys are like, she's fat, she's fat, she's fat. And I've got a video on that coming where we basically just objectify her and drool over her because she's gorgeous, you know. And the point is, you know, which is it? Are we supposed to be housewives and raise your children, or do we have to work 3 jobs just to have health care, you know, and sell shit on the internet, you know, or have it, seriously, like where are we supposed to, where do we focus as a society? Who is lifting up the people who never could, right? Who's lifting up the bottom of the barrel, right? Who's out there to, instead of, you know, say, oh, the homeless people made their decisions and judge them. It's like, oh, who's out there to help that first before we worry about what some imaginary woman does with her imaginary something that hasn't even imaginary been humped into existence yet, right? That's where we're at. I'm so tired of arguing about hypotheticals just to get people to vote for a certain side against another, which is never, ever helpful in my experience as somebody who likes to vent about the actual, you know, comedic, you know, solutions to the problems sometimes. Now, like I say, ban children in public places to keep them from getting snatched away, and casting couches, banning child actors. That would really, really help a lot of this stuff. You know, instead of the people yelling at me about that Sound of Freedom thing that you might have seen online. Oh, where did that come from? Holy crap-a-roni. Now, here's what we really are focusing on.
Civil war.
Oh, he used to be cute, didn't he? He was a cutie back in his day. Back when he was all Occupy and doing the music. Oh, he wrote some good ones. Now, not as good as, like, you know, we're not going that far back in time right now. That's another day. But, you know, you guys have some good songs out there. Timmy, keep it up. Maybe banning some of the stuff so they're not exploited in this way, you know? It's such a horrendous industry where, you know, I get that kids want to get into their talent, and, you know, even in the hockey world, they're having their little kids get on the ice when they're, you know, they're little cute little guys in little skates, and they're the little baby skaters. So, you know, like kitties, you know, in that way. People always you can't say one thing or anything. Oh, you can't even say positive things anymore. And this is why I think I'm not sure what to do about this. I'm going to have to think on this one, but I just want to kind of know, this is where I think we need to focus on how we stop letting them trick a bunch of useful idiots into being distracted by stupid crap that don't really matter as much as other stupid crap. I guess, I don't know, without having this hateful, divisive stuff. Is this what I'm supposed to figure out, universe? I don't know. I am Mecca. This is our late night stuff, and
I don't want to see a book of witches. I don't want to see anything, any stars. I don't want to see any of this dark side and psychics, all the things, tarot card reading. I rebuke it in the name of the Lord.
Mom.